everyone. Welcome back to Gender
Hi.
Adventures. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about some awkward questions that people have asked us as we have either come out or just
As we
talked.
go. Yeah.
Now, I want to preface all this real quick, real fast, just because these are awkward questions to ask somebody, but if you have asked them to someone in the past, we're not shaming you.
No.
Okay? We're not shaming you. We just want to let you know that this is a little strange to answer.
Yeah. Well, and also there is a correct way to ask awkward questions. And a lot of the questions that I have gotten have actually been asked in such a correct way that it didn't feel awkward. And so we actually had a hard time thinking of questions for
this. It's true.
this.
We actually know a lot of really forward-thinking people.
But, and people were really good about going, hey, you know, I have these questions for you. They're a little personal, but may I ask them? And at that time, then you've asked for consent, and that's great. If somebody says no to you after that, then don't ask the questions.
So, without further ado, let's get into it.
Awkward questions. Awkward question number 1.
Are you going to have surgery, you know, below?
Oh. The answer to that is honestly never anybody's business. But of course, people are asking to kind of understand the different people who are transitioning and how they feel or where goals are going to go. Me personally, with my hysterectomy, I kind of got rid of all of those building materials. Also, even if I didn't, medicine is just not to the point where I would feel comfortable with that kind of reconstructive surgery. So, no, that is not something that I plan on doing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I've been asked the same question too, but that was from a therapist, so it was kind of necessary.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily interested in surgery at the moment, but that's probably just because I'm bigender, and I'm okay with that little part.
I honestly go back and forth on whether or not I want to have top surgery. I want to know 100% before I get a permanent surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, I'm just using a binder or sometimes just a sports bra or just nothing at all.
Number 2, when are you changing your name?
Answer for us is when we get married.
Yeah,
probably. We're already going to be paying for a marriage license, and then you get a name change with that, so.
Yeah, so this question, I mean, it does come up often. The better way to ask it is, oh, what would you prefer to be known as?
Yeah.
Which, you know, I go by Lucy even when I'm wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and a sweater.
Mm-hmm. Or Luke, sometimes.
I go by Luke. I go by Luke more in professional settings or in situations where I'm not entirely sure if everyone is progressive.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know that you have just have started going by Wolfie or
Oliver. But my work, my job, I am a licensed massage therapist. My business is under my name. So my business is Abigail Winman, LMT. So I need to be known as Abigail when I'm at work. I do have people who still call me Abs. I still introduce myself as Abs occasionally if I am around people who only know me on Facebook a little bit. And I just occasionally see them at conventions or parties. So yeah, I will introduce myself by many names at the moment. So I will answer to, you know, Abigail at work, outside of work, Abs, Wolfie, Oliver, hey you. You really can call me anything except late to dinner. So I'm all right with that.
The thing you have to remember is that for many people like us, especially in states where it's harder to get your name legally changed, the name thing is unfortunately almost always in flux.
Yeah.
Unless you happen to be surrounded by people who are just instantly willing to call you by your preferred name. Then sometimes, yeah, it can be hard. You might be walking up to someone and introducing yourself as your preferred name, and then turn around, meet their
grandma,
obscure relative who you know is not really cool with all that, and just introduce yourself as what people have known you for years. So, Yeah, that can be a bit of an awkward question, but if you ask what people prefer to be known as, what name they prefer, and what pronouns they prefer, this is a much safer way of asking it.
Mhm.
Number
Alright.
3. Doesn't testosterone make you angrier?
Hulk smash! Jeez! Actually, the answer is no. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I only kiss you. Mm.
I have
And
as your partner, I have not at all noticed a marked increase in specifically aggression or anger or anything like that, which is, it is a good thing. I'll admit, as your partner, I was worried about that. I was actually very worried about that because, the whole thing that testosterone is what makes boys violent is actually a myth.
Mhm.
Um,
It's toxic masculinity. Surprise!
it's toxic masculinity. And we have actually had extensive conversations about toxic masculinity and
Mhm.
what that could look like down the road.
Another thing to also kind of kibosh is a lot of people think that like anabolic steroids, which are the steroids that are known for roid rage, is the exact same as testosterone, and it's not. The molecular structures are different, and they are very much different things. So just because somebody is going on testosterone doesn't mean that they're going to have roid rage.
This is very true.
All right.
Oh,
Hey.
number 4.
Hey, is it awkward having a transitioning partner?
No,
No.
no, it's not. It's really not. I get so many people. They know that you're on hormones,
Really?
so they feel that it's their business, or they feel that it's okay asking me, especially like when it's very easy to just ask you.
Yes.
Um,
If you know me and you have a question for me, ask me.
mhm.
I'll be able to answer a lot more easily.
But no, people.
Hopefully.
I've had a couple of people being like, "Oh, so is it weird that you're gonna have a husband instead of a wife?" And I'm like, "No, no, it's not."
It helps that we're bi.
Well, okay, yeah, it helps that we're bi, but at the same time, you're the person that I fell in love with, and as you explained, when you very first brought up this process
Yeah.
to me, you're still you. You're just changing your default.
Yeah.
Um,
And you'll still be you, just a Yui or you. I will admit that sometimes pronouns are hard, especially as we
Yeah.
learn about ourselves, and sometimes how we feel like identifying ourselves is by different pronouns than what we initially thought.
Yeah.
That can be difficult sometimes, but otherwise, no, it's not awkward.
So that's all the time that we have for today. Once again, thank you very much for watching.
Yes, thanks for joining us. If you have questions or comments for us, if we've helped you in any way, please comment below. Please share this with other people. You never know who might need it. And also, like and subscribe. Yes.
Thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye.